Speaking of who's your daddy, Miami? Who's your down? I'm nothing close to an Indiana fan, but Marta said you like Miami and you was dogging on the Jags, boy. Hold that L. You'll never win another national championship the whole time you're breathing on earth. Miami will never, ever win another national championship. And you can bet your bottom dollar on that. I'm the biggest Miami hater because he's the biggest Jacksonville hater. It's mutual. Welcome back to the Reaction Channel chat. I'm cranking these vids out right now, bro. I got some vids that's coming out. I got a new chair. Shout out to the new chair. I will be using OBS Studios soon. Y'all can't even tell I'm not using it, can you? Maybe you can. Sorry. What we're watching today, McDonald's worker shot after teenager snaps over wrong order. Oh snap. I didn't even start the screen recording yet. Wow, what a rookie move. Here we go now. Freak jet.
Shot this girl over some damn food. What? No, I saw everything. When she shot the girl and everything. I told her.
This entire case started inside a McDonald's on a quiet December afternoon. But what happened in the next few minutes would leave one woman dead, 3 sisters in police custody, and an entire family shattered forever.
Oh, okay. I know you do. You just gotta calm down and stop crying. Everything's gonna be okay. There's a way you can call everything like.
On the 23rd of December, 2023, officers were called to the McDonald's on Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, where the scene was already chaotic. Witnesses were shaken, employees were crying, and the victim, Tamanika Woods, a mother of 4 in her 30s, was being rushed to the hospital with a gunshot wound that would soon take her life.
Dog, prayers up for the fam. That is absolutely insane. Over a messed up order, dog. I hope they say the exact order that she got. Killing over messing up your order is crazy, bro.
When she shot the girl and everything, I told her. Appreciate you. What you need, sir?
One of them work here, the other one provided CPR before EMS got here. Probably gonna get their name in a minute.
QRV1.
Over some McDonald's, bro.
According to early witness accounts, the situation started as a verbal argument between the victim and 3 sisters, including 19-year-old Tanaya Evans. Voices were raised. Hands were moving. Nobody could even agree on what the argument was truly about. But what everyone remembered was the sudden shift from words to violence. Inside the McDonald's office, officers reviewed surveillance footage.
Is there another angle?
They ain't showing nothing, bro.
Like literally like right in front of the door.
I get it, but
Everybody's standing right now. Is there a camera there?
Once the officer reviewed the CCTV, they had what they wanted, and all 3 sisters were brought into custody, all to be interrogated separately. Here's what the first sister had to say.
What's your name? Who? Marlo? 1 second. Is that your first name, folks? M-A-L-O.
What's your last name?
Was
And what's your date of birth?
so
Where you stay?
when I stay,
You said missing?
well, let me give you another address.
Hold on 1 second.
So 154 Cortez?
Gordon Terrace, GOR. That's where I get the mail and stuff.
Bro, over some McDonald's, dog.
314?
So how old are you? 24. So there was a situation that transpired at the McDonald's off of Ralph McGill. And you was there during that time. What happened out there that led to this event?
From the beginning, so we were in the drive-thru line, ordering food, trying to place 2 orders through the drive-thru. One for cash, one for card. They informed us that since they're short on staff, that they're only, I'm going straight from like, I don't want to miss nothing.
Okay, I appreciate that.
They informed us that they're short staffed, we can only do 1, so we put all our orders together, then we went to the window. Our order wasn't complete when we got to the window. We were trying to tell the lady we wanted to add more food to the order. And she explained to us that she's new, because it seemed like they had, the lady who first took our order seemed like she had a little attitude or whatever. So when we went to the window, it was a different lady, and she explained to us, oh, we're sorry, I'm sorry, I'm new to working or whatever. And she was like, oh yeah, we all understand, because at first we thought it was attitude or whatever. So we paid for our food, went to the second window to receive our food, and we looked in our bags, didn't have everything in it. So we went inside to tell them with our receipt and let them know that all our food was not in our bags. So, like, fast food people don't like remaking their food or whatever. So I guess they seemed like they were a little, attitude or whatever, to make the food. And then my sisters was one of my sisters, really not miss this, took the lead to okay, so we were still waiting for our food. Then somebody in the back said, can y'all, why they still here? And then one of my sisters made a comment and said, if we had all our food, we would be gone. So then, after one of the ladies in the back said that, the lady who was in the front register, I guess she catch drift of all the emotions or whatever. And see, my sister was like right here. This is, where people stand, and this is their, whatever. My sister was right here getting the sauce from their inside, and the lady from the cash register was like, back up, doing this like this. And she had an attitude, and I'm not sure what my sister said to her. Then the lady who had got shot was saying, she had spoke up and said something and was telling the girl, like, I already know, like, girl, so basically, like, trying to stick up for the register lady. I'm horrible at telling stuff. So, then,
What was you doing?
the other lady, I guess the lady taking up for the register lady felt like that was her way to get bucked or get big. So she was just walking back like, yeah, because nobody wants to smoke, like nobody want to, basically trying to antagonize, saying she want to fight or whatever. And then one of my sisters was like, what you doing all that for, or something, saying like, you could clock out or whatever. And then one of my other sisters was just saying the same thing.
Okay. They might have an attitude, bro. Why is y'all on go about a McChicken with light lettuce, though, Beth? Like, genuinely, though. I mean, we talking about a fish fillet meal, extra tartar sauce, small Dr. Pepper, and you ready to get bucked over that. That doesn't matter, bro. Like, it's hard being in a good mood all the time when you work in fast food and you slam. Trust me. Like, you don't gotta project. I feel like it's pretty easy to not project your bad mood onto your customers, I feel like that's personally pretty easy to not do that. You can kind of disguise it or walk to the back. But I don't know, bro. Let me see.
And the lady in the back, and the lady.
This sister magically had nothing to do with it. Watch. And neither will the next sister either. Watch.
It was the guest who spoke up for the register, cash register lady, saying stuff like antagonizing too, basically saying, called somebody and told them to bring her file in or whatever, because these four hoes tripping or whatever, something like that. And one of my sisters said something like, I got it on me, shoot who or whatever, like basically saying the lady was basically saying she was gonna shoot first. Then, as we got our food, one of the managers, I guess she was a manager when McDonald's, she had came up to me and my other sister, the pregnant sister, and asked us like, did y'all get everything? Are y'all okay? What do y'all need or whatever? And me and my sister were okay, and we was walking out. And then the other lady still kept talking crazy. As we walking out, me and my other sister trying to get me and my two other sisters to lead out. And then it's, the lady who told somebody to go get their file had walked up to one of my sisters, and when I looked, she saw her hand. I don't know what she did. Her hand went like this, and my sister's hand went like this. So I turned around, put my foot down, and tried to grab my sister, because I ain't going out with So, and next thing you know, I just heard bop. So I'm thinking, I'm looking for my sisters, and then I'm just thinking it was a lady that did the shooting, because she said she was gonna shoot first, and then I'm looking, and then I see her on the ground, and then we try to leave, and I see a man with my sister holding her, like trying not to let her go. And then that's when we had called our mom, and we went to go get her, and came back, my sister and caught her. And that's really it.
This man holding your sister, did you see him hold your sister down? Or what altercation was transpired between them two?
I did. It was me and my two sisters was trying to let him go. Let him take him off her, because he had the gun to her head, like
was
holding
it her gun or his gun? Or?
I'm not sure whose gun it was.
You don't know who gun it was, Jit. So the dude just got a gun while he on the clock, bruh. It was your sister gun, bruh.
I just seen him over there. I was trying to touch him, like let her go, but at the same time he got a gun and it's to her head, and then next the gun started doing this. So I pushed back, like sir, just let her go. Not knowing who shot who still at the same moment. So I'm thinking.
Where did your sister get a gun from?
I'm not sure where she got the gun from, but it was already on her.
And you never seen it before?
No.
During questioning, the first sister told detectives that the victim threatened to shoot first. If the victim indeed said that, and she actually had a gun on her, it would have a big impact in the case.
Right.
But what does the second sister have to say?
So me asking, because they're going to ask you all that. If there's 4 y'all there, how did they get to that?
When we got in there, mind you, they already missed. They claimed that we had fake tunnels, but we didn't have fake tunnels.
Somebody that worked there?
Yeah, they was like, we had fake tunnels. We had fake tunnels. Y'all never gave us the food and our change, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so y'all give us our food or whatever. Mind you, we're in the drive-thru at first. Y'all give us our food. We only got half of the food. So we still telling them, like, we missing this, So they getting attitudes and shit, but y'all should have had it right. So we like, all right, we're gonna come in the inside. So we come in the inside. We standing at the counter. I'm standing like this way, but I'm just standing at the counter, but I'm turned towards the counter. So the girl's like, we telling the lady what.
No, but what I was getting at is, how you doing? There was so many of y'all. None of y'all, I guess it could happen so fast, because none of y'all stopped to the one.
We didn't even know my little sister had the gun on her too. Got into it, and this was a prank. And before my sister even pronounced.
What I said, bruh. It wasn't gonna be the first sister. It wasn't gonna be the second sister. I'll be surprised if the third sister even says she even upped the gun. And now every other sister magically don't know where the third sister got the gun from. How do you not know that?
because she had done letters already called for like, yeah, I had all y'all with her, all four of y'all, the executive came around, she I had, they were all key asked for the camera. She like, she started calling people was coming in there, she like, I had y'all whole shot, so then when my sister turned in, she was like, hell, who shot? And, you know, tugged on her, like, I got one too, like, type shit. So they was just standing whoop. So mind you, by this time when they argue, I'm still walking back and forth to my table back over there to my table to get my food and shit. So then they started pouring her in my face going on.
Woo type shit, mind you. So I'm telling her this, I tell her this, and then she's on her, then I tell her that. Bro, this junk's so funny, bro. I've heard some stories like this in real life. Not like at this magnitude, but just like the delivery of it, you know, ratchet black girl type shit, you know what I'm saying? It's all good though.
Like this, so I back
well, it's not all good for them. They're creeps, but
like that. She mushed me 2 times and we started fighting. Then we and her started fighting. And that's when the gun went off, but I didn't know that it was my sister that shot. So when the gun went off, everybody just started running. I turned back around because I ain't see my sister come outside, so when I turned back around, I see Lady laying on the floor. My sister was still in there, and the man had up his file on my sister.
The second sister's story closely matched the first. She repeated that the shooting only happened after the victim mushed food on her sister, and she also claimed no one expected Tanaya to pull a gun. Back at the precinct, Tanaya Evans sat quietly in the interrogation room. She looked tired, shaken, and overwhelmed when detectives began asking questions. She has this to say.
Let's see.
Alright, you get on the restroom? Okay. Alright, I'm investigator Francis, the investigator McCowan. We definitely want to talk to you about everything that took place today. Just want to ask you a few questions. But before we do that, can I get your first name?
Tonight,
Spell for me.
T-Iya-EVANS.
And what's your highest level of education?
High school.
Some college.
Oh!
And
okay, then that's
English your first language?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm not asking you this to be offensive, it's just standard, okay? Just to make sure you understand, okay? So I'm gonna read you your Miranda rights before we ask you any questions, and we're gonna make sure that you understand, okay? So, you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand? Anything you say will
I think I would be a good detective to chat.
Do you understand?
You know what I'm saying? Unless there's like a certain criteria of questions in like the order you have to ask them. Like, if I can just like, out of all curiosity,
if you cannot afford a
ask
lawyer,
people,
one will be appointed
I think I'd be a good
for you without
detective. I'm
cost
sure they
and
got
to
it.
make
I'm
you
sure
credit
there's
at
more
all
to it.
times
But
during your questioning. Do you understand? You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions.
all right, we know our Miranda rights.
Yeah, but I need Jordan. I
Oh
got
my
my
gosh.
sister.
You said you do?
I gotta talk to my sister for my lawyer.
Okay. So, do you, but I still have to ask you the rest. But let me ask you again, do you understand these rights? Do you wish to talk to us at this time without a lawyer? Okay. So, no.
I can call my mama like the lawyer.
She invoked her right to remain silent and requested a lawyer, but the emotional shift came when they allowed her to speak with her mother.
Tanaya, we've been waiting on you to call.
Oh, please help me. I need a lawyer or something.
Okay, so listen. Do not don't write no statements. We've been talking to lawyers already. They're gonna come down there and talk to you tomorrow.
We're back into it though. We're back into it. Play.
They said not talk over the phone. Don't talk about it over the phone. You are gonna be okay.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm on that, baby. You okay? Tomorrow and Apple are home.
I want to come home.
I know you do. You just gotta calm down and stop crying. Everything's gonna be okay. There's a way you can call. You can call everything like we put the time on the phone, and Lord Dad is like, Lord Dad, he gonna put time on money on your food.
Alright.
You You all make that like a pen and stuff like that, where like we can call you, enter a pen and stuff like that.
No, I'm at the headquarters in this room. I'm
still down there.
Yeah.
They still got you a question. Did you write a statement?
No, I just said I didn't want to talk.
Yeah, that's good. Keep it like that. Don't talk until your lawyer talk to you. Renee Rockwell, your lawyer, for the time being. I'm gonna bring her down there and see what they say and stuff like that. She's gonna try to get you up on here and all that. So just be quiet. Don't talk about it with nobody. We know where everything already got to be. Yeah, we know what happened. Everything, some other people been recording that was in there. Everything is ours. It's gonna be alright.
Alright.
You okay?
No. I wanted to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your baby, mama, your baby crying because she just off somebody and she knows she did it and she knows she's cooked. That's why she crying. It ain't really nothing you can do about it. Any parents in the chat, if your kid killed somebody in a situation that could have easily been avoided, are you gonna side with your kid, or are you gonna be like, yo, like, why would you do that? You need to face the law. Like, this is what's gonna happen. Like, genuine question, bro. Cause like, I get it's your kid, so you wanna side with him, bro. But like, if it's a situation like this that could have easily been avoided, bro, like, how you gonna feel? If you a parent, drop it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious, bro. Genuinely.
Right now, so everything can get set up and stuff to get everything situated. Oh, they want to talk about it.
Alright.
You got my number? Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, you got mama number, you know about her?
Yeah.
Okay. Apple number 2?
No.
Yeah, you need to be Apple number 2.
What is it?
No, I'm going to phone. You know your own phone number by her?
Yeah.
Okay, because we got your phone right here too. Hello. And so, and she said they don't want. Yeah, everybody put in, so we know.
Tough. You're never hearing that young voice again. Yeah, let that settle in. Tough. Hey, Tanaya. Little girl don't even know what a big sister did. Whoever she is, whatever they call it.
Alright. Alright, I gotta get an officer back his phone.
What's your charge? Did they give you any charge? Did they charge you again?
The man, the investigator came and said murder, aggravated assault,
In possession of firearm during commission of a felony.
and possession of firearm during a felony. I don't got a felony.
Murder is a felony.
Oh.
She's like, no, you're not felon. You're not felon.
No, murder is a felony, so you can't have it.
Murder is the felony.
What you got to Murder. But it's her but she's not a felon.
No one said she's a
She
felon.
just get charged by convicted felon?
No.
No.
Oh, murder in the process of committing a felony. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
I'm set up. You okay? It's alright. We already got some blood tape for that shit. Very good. You should keep your hands up. Call my phone.
Sis, it ain't alright.
Alright, I love y'all.
Like you do. No, thank you.
Sis, it ain't alright, bro. She's cooked.
I love you too, Twin.
Your perfect domain is out there.
Dang,
Go to
bro.
Wix and make it yours. Claim your
Over a
The
double
moment she heard her
cheeseburger,
mother's
though?
voice, Tanaya broke down. All the shock she'd been bottling up suddenly spilled out. She told her mother she wanted to come home. Unfortunately, Tanaya's insane actions not only took a toll on her, the effect could be felt more by the family of the deceased.
How y'all doing?
No, no,
My name is
no.
Austin Berlin with the Land Police Department.
No,
That's mom, okay? They told you what's going on?
I want to see my baby. I need to see my baby.
no.
So right now it's a homicide investigation, okay? Let me close the door. So it's a homicide investigation, okay? With a homicide investigation, there's a lot that goes into it, okay? Your child is unfortunately deceased, so she's considered a victim, okay? We have a lot of investigators and officers on the current scene of the incident, and they have to do search warrants and collect evidence and detain who they need to detain to make sure that we're doing everything correctly. Okay. Your child has been worked on here. The Amy is here, but I've been told and given strict orders not to allow you guys to see your child until everything is completely done with the investigation, and I've been told by the lead investigator. Okay. Once they do what they need to do with their end, you'll probably receive a phone call. Okay, and letting you know if you can see your child and identify your child. But
Bro, I feel for the fam, bro. I remember being in this room, bro. Not this specific room, obviously, but like just with all the fam when this news is brought to you, bro. And my situation wasn't no murder. Like, this got to be even worse, bro. Losing any fam is bad, bro, but like murder, it feels like bro, like if it wasn't for this specific person, I could have seen this person again. You know what I'm saying? Like, mine was just like, you know, just health related, and it still felt terrible, bruh. This is crazy, dog. Prayers up to the fam, bro.
I'm just an officer, and the lead investigators are currently working your child's scene right now on the RDA. Okay.
So, they have both suspects?
Right now, I'm not sure what's going on the scene. I was rushed to the hospital with your child to make sure that she was getting treatment. So I'm not sure what's going on the scene right now. Okay. But I just wanted to make sure I reached out to you and I tell you guys my condolences. You know, stuff like this should never happen. You know what I mean? But once the lead investigator gets enough information,
Oh, they probably not thinking nothing could happen, bro. Oh, I feel so bad for them, bro. Your daughter just going to work, bro. Bro, McDonald's though. Damn, bro. That sucks, bro. Bro, prayers to the fam, bro. I'm so sorry for y'all loss.
You guys will be notified, specifically you, since you're the mother.
So does she leave her contact information?
Do they have anything? Did you reach out? We guys on scene?
Once I got the ambulance to go, I left.
So you didn't speak to anybody?
No.
Okay. You have can I get it? You got name and information?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in our chart here, but I don't know how that works. You know.
Well, can I get a spare piece of paper so I can get her information so I can make sure she reach out to the investigator? Yeah, I got her ID. We didn't need her ID. Like I said, from her clothing down to her undergarments, everything is evident because they have to conduct their own investigation in reference to the ME, reference to a homicide investigator, stuff like that. So, I'm sorry you're going through this, ma'am. I really am.
One family lost a daughter. Another watched theirs be taken into custody. And a moment inside a fast food restaurant. A moment.
Bro, like, genuinely, how could you vouch for your kid if they did this, bro? Like genuinely, though. I just got a feeling that somebody gonna see this and say they would vouch for their kid in this situation, bro. If my kid did this, bro, give that nigga the book. I'm sorry. Because I would have raised him to not do some dumb shit like this over some McDonald's guy. There's like a very small list of things I would think my son could justifiably kill somebody over, bro. Very, very small list. Very, very small list. But this, it wouldn't even come close to the list, bit. Because they got your order wrong, twin. Bro, what? Bro, I feel so bad for them. She handled that like way better than I expected. That was crazy.
That could have ended with people simply walking away. Instead, turned into a shooting that changed every life in that room. By the end of the night, Tanaya Evans was charged with murder, aggravated assault during a felony, and theft by receiving a stolen weapon. The sisters were released without charges, but they remain tied to a tragedy.
Hi, I'm Lisa Figueroa of the Florida Defense Team in Orlando. Unspoken Crime Murders asked me to give some legal insight, not legal advice, how self-defense is evaluated in a shooting case involving a public business. In cases where the suspect claims self-defense, the investigators are going to look at a few different things. They're going to look at how reasonable it was that the person used this deadly force, and was it proportional? Did it match the force that the other person was using? What were the circumstances that led up to it? Who provoked it? Investigators are also going to look at the evidence, physical evidence, digital evidence. Is there surveillance? They're going to talk to witnesses. They'll evaluate the crime scene. They're going to look at the timing about how things unfolded, and they may also look at what the person did afterward. The fact that someone was an unarmed victim doesn't necessarily mean that someone can't claim self-defense, but prosecutors and the investigators are going to look a little bit more closely at the evidence to see whether or not self-defense is valid. They may look at whether or not the unarmed person was actually larger or stronger than the person who used deadly force. They'll also look at whether or not that person was charging them or tackling them or somehow cornering them, where the person had no other way to avoid this imminent threat of serious bodily injury. The prosecutors will also look at whether or not the evidence shows the shooter was being attempted to be disarmed. So if the person that ended up getting shot was actually trying to take away the weapon when the person pulled it, that might be a factor they also consider. And then the biggest thing usually is the defender's actions afterwards. Did they stay on the scene? Did they immediately call 911? Did they give consistent statements? And not that they necessarily should, but those are some of the things that they'll evaluate. At the end of the day, the prosecution will look at it, but ultimately in these cases, it ends up being a jury question. And those are the ones that get to decide whether or not the actions the shooter took was reasonable in that situation.
W freaking breakdown, because I was actually wondering that. I like that they put that at the end. If that's up to the jury, shorty is cooked. So basically what she was saying, it could be self-defense, but before that it said she already got charged with murder, aggravated assault, all that stuff. So is that what she was charged with? But that's not what she's fully charged with. Once she has to go through jury and all that. If it's up to the jury, she's cooked, bro. And parents who seeing this, I generally want y'all to put in the comments, bro. If your kid was the shooter in this situation, are you vouching for your kid? Or are you like, bro, like, why would you do, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know the whole backstory and everything, let me know. This is very, very interesting. Prayers to the fam, bro. You never want to see anyone pass, especially like this. This is crazy. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all subscribe if y'all new. If y'all like the videos we watching, subscribe. If y'all rocking with me, subscribe. I'm rocking with y'all. Speaking of subscribing, I'm not doing a basketball tournament this month. I'm so sorry. If you wonder what I'm talking about, hey, do your homework. Not in January, I'm sorry, but February, I think I might do it. I don't know what the prize will be, but I think I'm gonna do it in February, I promise. What y'all don't know is I just got scammed out of all my money. I can give you a whole story time about that if y'all want. Call me if you want a story time too, I'm sorry, I'm overly yapping, but we need to stack a little bit in the month of January. February, we can start doing the tournaments, because the prizes for the tournaments is all coming out of my pocket. You gotta understand that. I'm just gonna do, you know what I'm saying? So boom, subscribe to the channel.